You guys, Caden back here with a brand new video, and today I might, and this is a huge might, I might film a D&D campaign with my friends. We've already started, we're like three sessions in, yeah, and yeah, just so, in the comments, tell me if you want to see that or not, and I'm gonna tell you a story. A story about how I broke my ankle. Now, I've had a lot of bad experiences with bikes. One time my friend ran me over with his bike and it gave me a scar on my knee, and I still have it to this day. And the other time was this time, and like the entire day it didn't feel like anything was, like, it was such a happy day until that point. And like we were like fixing up my dad's and my uncle's old bikes at my grandma's house, and like we were having a grand old time going to Target getting stuff to fix the bikes, and we were like fixing it, and my sister had already finished their bike, and they went down, and so something I have to tell you about my grandma's driveway. My grandma's driveway, at the end there's gravel, and on the other side, the neighbors also have a gravel driveway. And so when I was like riding my bike, so my sister is already gone, and I wanted to join them, so once I finished something, I got on my bike, I got on my uncle's bike, I started pedaling down, like it's a downhill slope, so I was going like relatively fast, and then like I go out of the driveway, I turn, and then I hit the neighbor's gravel, and like I sort of like spun out of control and I fell, and and like once I fell, it didn't feel like, well, it did feel like pain, but it wasn't just like a normal pain. It was like a burning sensation. So once like I felt this, I thought that my toes were bleeding because like maybe something happened. And then the neighbor, because I started screaming, of course, but I actually didn't shed like a tear. I shedded like one tear because I noticed that, because I felt like I had to, and also because I got a big scrape right here. You can sort of see it. But yeah, I fell down. The neighbor was like in his car doing something, and he got out of his car and he was like, are you okay?" And I was like, "Ah!" And so he went to help me. He got the bike off, and his son, who's a football player, I guess, like they picked me up, got me to the side because I was like in the road. So they got me to the side. They were just saying like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" My dad, like once like once I started riding my bike, my dad knew that something bad was going to happen. So he was already sort of like walking down, and then once he heard me scream, he started like running. And I screamed in so much agony. It honestly did burn a lot. Like it felt, it, the burning part felt so bad. It like hurt so much. And and my sister went back into the driveway, and she was like sort of getting worried about me because like she could hear my screams and like started to cry, and my uncle had to like calm them down. So and apparently my grandpa knew that I broke my ankle, My dad did not think I broke my ankle. My dad thought that I dislocated it. So, like, the football player dude, he got some cardboard and, like, ice, and he, like, wrapped it around my leg. And they, like, my grandma and my grandpa, they all put me in my grandma's car. And my dad was there to help because he's my dad. He needs to be there. So, and then we started driving to the hospital. And that entire time, I was worried, like, because one small move of my leg would burn. It would hurt like nothing else. And when we were driving, my my dad sort of got angry at my grandma because he thought that she was taking the slow way to the hospital. But no, she was taking the fast way. She was just driving slow so I wouldn't have any pain. And when we got to the hospital, it was like a whole procedure. Like, well, not like there was going to be like a surgery, but I'm not there yet. But like when we got to the hospital, they had to like take me and like move me the out of the car. So they like put me into a wheelchair, but usually wheelchairs, their like legs can go up. So like if you have a broken ankle, they go up so it can support your leg. But this wheelchair did not do that. So one of the nurses had to hold my leg and walk with what's it called? With the wheelchair. And it was so weird. And also on the way, my dad called my mom because my mom was with her boyfriend, Kev, and I completely forgot to say, my mom and dad are not together. This is a very important fact to my entire life. So, my mom went to go see her boyfriend, and my dad called her on the way, being like, "Hey, so Kitten like broke his ankle," and she was like, "I'll be there right away." So like she was like driving home like as quickly as possible. I was I got into one of the beds, and they I how what was the timeline of events? I'm pretty sure that when I got there, they talked about how I should have worn helmet, and a lot of nurses said this to me. They said, "You know, you should have like had a helmet on." And then after like the fourth time, this is this is this isn't in timeline. After the fifth time of a doctor or a nurse telling me this, my dad was like, "Yes, we know he didn't know that he would be riding a bike, so we didn't bring his helmet." And and at that and and I thought that was sort of funny because like my dad said that to a doctor, and you probably shouldn't say that to doctors. So like I so and then one of the nurses, like, they wanted to put an IV in, and they thought that this hand would be good for an IV. So she tried to put the IV in, and then it didn't, like, the vein wasn't good enough, so it didn't end up working, so it popped a blood vessel, and and she had to put a bandage on my hand. So then she tried the other hand, and this one actually worked. So, and then they went to go see an x-ray of my leg, and it was like, it's like when you see a football player, like, twist their ankle. It was like that. It was so gross. And also, people were admiring the handiwork of the cardboard around my leg, and it was actually sort of nice being in a hospital because you didn't really have to like get up and move around. But but like, and then they gave me an actual room because I needed to stay there for overnight. And when I got there, it was like about 7 p.m. And so when I got my own, like, the room, it was like um it was like 8, maybe 9 o'clock at night, but well, 9 p.m. But like, and they told me after midnight I'm not allowed to eat. So my mom told my dad, because my mom got there in time. My mom told my dad to go get pizza because I wanted pizza. So he went to Papa John's, one of my favorite pizza places, and he got like mozzarella sticks because that's my favorite. And my mom also got like a drink for me. I'm pretty sure it was just water, but yeah, it was great. And then in the morning, I got some waffles. I couldn't really sleep during the night though. Like, I would sometimes like sort of doze off, but then I would just wake up. It was not comfortable having your leg in one position the entire time. And then the doctor told my parents and me that I need to have surgery to fix my leg and to put screws in my leg. That's right. They put screws in my leg. And they also, and like, so they did the whole operation. And every time, every time my mom talked about like drugging me up and making me fall asleep, I did not know like what it was going to be like. I did not think, I thought that I would have like a dream. I did not have a dream. Like my mom kept saying, it's just like you fall asleep, then you wake up. And I did not think that it was actually like that. And then they put the thing on, and like 2 minutes later I was just like, and my grandma Marianne, which is my other grandma, she came over and she was like seeing if I was okay, and apparently I was like, hey, hi grandma, but then I woke up from another nap that I had, and then I said, oh hey grandma, when did you get here? And that's when she realized that I had zero clue when I talked to her. Like, she had no idea that I would not remember that, because I have no idea when I said that to her. So, like, and then after the surgery, they put a boot on me. Well, not, they put a cast on me. And I chose the color which would be green, and I did not know, well, I did know, but I had to pee in a bottle. And for a while, I could not pee in the bottle. And then, after, like, the surgery and stuff, I peed in the bottle. And I had a catheter in, and if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to explain it. Go search it up on Google, because I don't want to explain it here. But I had a catheter in, and so when I peed, it felt, again, like a burning sensation. It hurt a lot. And then, like, after the first time, it was completely fine. I could do it, like, without doing anything. I peed in a jug, not a bin, not a bucket. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So, like, and after that, I had to learn how to do crutches. But I didn't really want crutches. Like, I wasn't that good with it. I wasn't that good with crutches. So, instead, they gave me a walker. You know, like the old stereotype where old people need walkers of some sort? Well, well, I had one of those, and I honestly looked like an old man, and like my entire family like nagged me about it, and it was, it was, it wasn't that difficult, but it was hard. It was hard, like using the crutches. Like the lady had to put like a sort of like a belt on me to make sure I didn't fall. So, and after a while of using my walker, I decided that it looks really weird and I wanted to try my crutches. And my friend's birthday party was coming up, so I felt like I needed to have crutches. So I started using like my my dad's old crutches, and I was like getting pretty good, but then one time I tried to sit down and I fell. Like I lost my balance because like I had, it was like a rolly chair. So I like move like I it like moved out of the way and I like put my cast down, which is not a good idea. Never do that. And I put it down and immediately it hurt. So I like jumped onto the couch and I was like and that seems like a good place to stop because I have way more like there's like a few more stories I need to tell about this whole boot situation. So until then, I will see you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.